It's planned to last 10 years. It will launch sometime after 2013 on the PS3, PS4 with exclusive content, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and possibly other platforms like PC. It's specifically designed as what Bungie calls a shared world shooter, not an MMO, though it will have cooperative and competitive aspects in a world with a vast amount of people playing at the same time. Also, there are absolutely no plans to charge a subscription fee for it. I'm talking, of course, about Destiny. Destiny's E3 hype trailer did exactly that. Got us hyped to see more about it, but before we're able to look forward, we want to take a look back at every tidbit, detail, and scrap of info we can find about the game so we're ready for whatever E3 throws at us. We'll take a look at vehicles, characters, locations, and more, so join us as we take our preview look at Destiny. A game where you can become a legend. Destiny has a few legends of its own, most notably a story about the Traveler. All we know is that when the Traveler arrived on Earth, it breathed new life into the system and began a golden age. Until something hit, and hit hard. It tried to stamp out all of humanity, but those who survived owe their life to this mysterious sphere. Who are you beneath this mysterious sphere? You'll be playing as characters called the Guardians, and you'll be able to wield incredible powers given by the Traveler. As a Guardian, your objective is to defend your city, defeat humanity's enemies, and to reclaim all that has been lost. Fail and the last light of civilization will go out. Your character, male or female, can look drastically different depending on what species you pick. Currently, you'll have the choice of 3, including the humans, reliable, tough, and uncomplicated; the Awoken, exotic, beautiful, and mysterious; or the Exo, undead, sinister, powerful war machines. Luckily, Destiny isn't like most games, so perks will not be tied to any specific species. You'll be able to confidently pick which you like the look of the most, and according to Joseph Staten of Bungie, there's nothing that later down the line will make you feel like you've made the wrong choice. Then, in addition to your species, you'll also have a choice of, at this time, 3 different classes. Classes like the Hunter. These are the bounty hunters, explorers of the wilderness, the frontiersmen of Destiny. They're cool, collected, and have identifying characteristics like hoods and capes that make them stand out in a crowd. The Titans are more like the future soldier class. Big, heavy space marines that wear a ton of armor and have helmets that were designed with a swept-back look. Think of the Titans as the Spartans of the Destiny universe. Finally, Warlocks. Warlocks have mastered some of the Traveler's arcane energies, giving them magical abilities. These characters are known as the Jedis of Destiny. Their defining characteristics include rounded helmets and long, trench-style coats. Classes will be able to wield pistols, heavy machine guns, sniper rifles, shotguns, rocket launchers, and grenades. Some rare and exotic weapons shown at GDC include the Thorn, which looks to be a pistol that can be recovered during a quest in Charlemagne's vault. The Pocket Infinity, which looks like another pistol but is only described as fun to name. And finally, Super Good Advice, a heavy machine gun that you don't want to be on the opposite end of. Weapons, of course, can be mixed and matched, making them highly customizable, just like your character's armor. Armor for your character is also customizable and will include pieces that can be worn on your head, body, hands, legs, and feet, but not much else has been revealed. Pets have also been seen in early concept art that featured a white space tiger. This is the reason Destiny's codename was originally Tiger, however we haven't heard anything else about pet animals making it into the final game. You can also get a ship. Spacecrafts are a big part of Destiny, and players will have a hangar location known as the Tower, where they can upgrade their character, upgrade their ship, or purchase a better ship for your travels through the solar system. On factions, there's little information at this time, but there is a screen in the reveal trailer clearly labeled Faction Wars. Though unconfirmed, it is believed that factions include the Osiris, the FOTC, the Future War Cult, the New Monarchy, the Seven Seraphs, and the Dead Orbit faction. The reason these names are believed to be legitimate is because Bungie trademarked all of them and have been spotted wearing shirts that have the faction logos on them. Still, they're not officially confirmed in any way, but definitely something to keep in mind. Knowing yourself is important in battle, but so is knowing your enemy. Let's talk about the Fallen. Wandering nomads that mostly resemble the look of a human. Lowest on the chain are the Dregs, the only in a Fallen pack who have 2 arms and are regarded as thieves driven by desperation. Usually they have a shock dagger and pistol on hand, but are said to give up their cover by clattering and hissing at you. make sure to keep your ears perked. The Vandals are next in the chain of command in a fallen pack. Unlike the Dregs, Vandals have 4 arms and use long-range, deadlier weapons to attack. Their downfall? Those powerful weapons take a bit longer to charge, leaving them wide open for a counter. Finally, every pack needs a leader, and for the Fallen, that's the captain. There's only one in a pack, but they are the fiercest of all the Fallen, and given the chance, they will bury you into the dirt. Not only are they fierce, but their troops also have vehicles backing them up. The Fallen can usually be seen with spider tanks, a 4-legged walking arsenal that has everything from machine guns to a single large caliber barrel on the front. They're also seen with pikes, fast land-based vehicles that float as they move and luckily can be stolen if you want to go for a ride. In addition to the Fallen, there's also the Cabal to take into consideration. We know that they can be found on Mars and made their presence known at what's referred to as the Twilight Gap, but overall there's less information on this enemy. We believe that there are 2 classes of ranks, including the Centurions and Legionnaires. They've also been referred to as Sand Eaters and War Rhinos in Destiny. All we know for certain is that underneath the mask, they're hulking beasts covered with gray skin and a lot of attitude. The attitude is understandable when you have one of these backing you up. We're guessing that's the Centurion. Our best guess is that these guys are the Legionnaires. They're smaller than the Centurion, but what they lack in size they make up for with extra protection and bladed firearms. Usually seen with a shield and assault rifle, these enemies are heavily armored and ready for a fight. The Vex. There are even fewer details about the Vex, but according to Bungie, they're time-traveling robots. They seem to be hostile to the Guardians, and they have a fascinating fiction behind them that somehow results in one of the coolest deaths in the game. When the Vex die, a beam of light shoots out of their mouth with the goal of giving the player the impression that their opponent's soul was just ripped out of its body. It's speculated that they can be found on Venus, which again is described as a lush jungle in many previews. And in the official Destiny image named Citadel, it would appear they're in exactly that type of setting, though it could be anywhere. Bad guys need big evil layers is all Bungie would say about the Citadel. The Vex's most noticeable characteristics include their robotic bodies that are said to never tire, strange guns that seem attached to one of their hands, and the giant red eye in the center of their head. Finally, the Hive. Described as being designed to capture a feeling of undead royalty, the Hive are most commonly referred to as space zombies by the Destiny community. A few different character types of the class have been shown, but little is known. There's what appears to be a lower level Hive that have glowing green eyes, there's what appears to be a commander of some sort dressed in a red cloak, and during GDC we got a peek at what may or may not be an angry queen. Not much else is known about this enemy class at this time, but they have hoofs for feet, long teeth, and claws that you most likely would not like embedded into your chest. There's one other possible enemy that hasn't been revealed yet. Bungie did register the word Glimmer associated with Destiny, as they did Cabal, Hive, and Fallen, but at this time we have still not seen anything about this possible species. In addition to the Glimmer, this mysterious image of an enemy's large pyramid ships were also shown, but who they belong to has yet to be revealed. Home sweet home in Destiny is, of course, Earth. The Traveler stays afloat above the only safe location known simply as the City. The wall, built by the Titans, is the one thing keeping you and the city safe from alien attacks. Within the wall, you can visit locations like the Tower, a place you can upgrade and keep your spaceship. Outside the city, everything's ravaged by nature. Old Chicago is a flooded swampland. The Mumbai Push is overtaken by moss, and old Russia looks like a broken shell of what it once was. All we know about the Reef is that it's located near Earth, and it's a good spot to get bounties that you can turn into its queen. The Moon is another location. We know that something is being built there, something alien, deep in the Hellmouth. In the Hellmouth, there's also a place where a dark army dreams of conquest and corruption. Mars, a known location of the Cabal, includes the Exclusion Zone, Charlemagne's Vault, and the Dust Palace. Venus, whose look was influenced by artist Peter Grick, is described as having lush jungles on the official website. You'll see a lot of green here. Europa, an ice-covered planet, is a moon orbiting Jupiter. Not much else is known about this cold place. Mystery locations include the Valley, which looks like it could be on Mars, the Bridge of Change, which could be located anywhere, and the Black Garden, which, due to the amount of green, could be on Venus, but others have guessed is an Earth location. The Cassini is also another piece of concept art that was shown at GDC when Bungie hinted that derelict spaceships could be explored by players. Where do you think you'll go first? For now, that's all we know about Destiny, but even more details are going to be revealed at Sony's conference during E3 2013. More on Destiny and how we can become a legend awaits us, but for now we still have a lot of questions. One thing's for sure, everyone's ready to begin exploring.